Oh my goodness. Thank you for staying tuned. This is still the conversation here on Lagos Television. And you might be wondering why we are laughing. Don't worry. If you know, you know. But on this side,
all I said was Joy has more experience
in what?
This topic.
It's okay.
So you understand where we start. Or where we goodness. The topic.
All right. Now I feel guilty mentioning the topic.
I'm just looking up by age.
Okay.
All right. So we'll be discussing couple, sex, and mental therapy. That is why are you opening your hand. Our topic for discussion today.
So we're talking about.
And joining us here to give more insight to this amazing topic is Dr. Tolulokpe Okoigaire. She is not, did I get that name right?
Yeah.
I got it.
Okoigaire.
Yeah, I got it. Okoigaire. She is an author and also a family, sex, and mental therapist. You're welcome, Dr. Tulu.
Thank you for having me, Joy, Bimpe, and Joshua.
Okay, so
why should it even be a topic? Sex, couple, mental therapy.
The question even shouldn't be why should it be. It should be why shouldn't it be a topic.
Why are we talking about
that's who we are. Everything about us is about, we are sexual beings as human beings. Everything about you is sex. We are sexual beings, and of course, what is life without mental health, right? And then family, we are relationship beings as well. We want to be loved and love in return. So everything about us as human is centered around this topic, and it's something we should have. I mean, the show is conversation. You should have more conversation on topics like this, because I feel like that is who we are as human. So if we don't talk about this often, we are not going to be getting it right in a lot of cases.
Okay, I want to probe further, because you say that is who we are.
Yeah.
In all those
spheres.
I'd like you to, expatiate on that.
Yeah. So let me take couple. So talk about relationship.
Okay.
What if you look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you see that all of these things are the things that you have in those hierarchy. You have desire, the food, the water, which is, and then desire to love and be loved in return, feelings of relationship, sense of relationship, and being needed by other people. So if you look at those hierarchy, you just understand that there is no human being without these things that we are talking about. Relationship, you see, being in love, I say it a lot of time, being in love is a blessing. Being now able to love in return, I mean, okay, being able to love, right? Like being in love, you are able to love. It's a blessing. It's a beautiful thing that you are able to love. Forget that, they've broken my heart several times. Because if you are not able to love, you actually need help. So being able to love is good for your mental health. It's part of your essence of being. So it's a beautiful thing. Now, being able to love in return, I usually like to say it's a miracle, So whether they are loving you in return, that's not your problem. What you want to concentrate on is, I know myself enough to know what I deserve and who deserve my love. But I deserve to love. So being able to love and being loved in return, it's a beautiful, it helps your mental health, it's good for you. So talking about the relationship aspect, you can't do life alone. You need love, you need interaction, you need people, you need somebody to be able to have your back. You need to even be able to be thinking of someone. You need somebody that make you to feel, it's part of life. It goes for your mental health, right? Now you now move to the sex part, the intimacy part.
Yeah, let me come to that. I tagged it as emotional disconnection, because like it or not, you said these are the kind of conversations we should be having. And I've heard cases where you see couples living in a house, they're just like neighbors. They're just living in peace. They are not fighting, but they are just like neighbors. There is no emotional connection anymore. And let's see how this relates to sex that we're talking about now.
Nigeria's couples are, I say this a lot of time. People say it's ambiguous, but I'm talking from experience. I'm a professional. I see a lot of couples, right, as a sex therapist, and And I'm authority when it comes to sex. I'm an authority. That's the truth. I understand sex like the palms of my hand. It's okay to say Nigerian couples are not having sex. So a lot of couples are living in sexless marriages.
Is this a Nigerian thing?
It is very common here. It's crazy here. It's general, but in Nigeria, it's crazy. Why will an Oyinbo woman want to be with you when I mean, see, there are different reasons why people could be in sexless marriage. A lot of factors could be responsible. But you see, in this part of the world, we just, in the first place, I don't even know if we understand what it means to love. We don't love the right way. We don't even get married the right way. And so the foundation is already scattered. So by the time you get into marriage, couples start drifting apart. There are different factors, like I said. I don't even want to delve into that could be responsible for that. And then people get into the marriage, and then you are doing, and then they start living like, you know, co-tenants. You know, all they talk about are bills. Oh, we want to build a house, we want to buy a car, children need school fees. Nobody's talking about emotional connection. Nobody is talking about vulnerability and investment in intimacy. All of those things are not our thing, you know.
How did we get here? Because you said something earlier that, you know, we didn't even start, you know, the whole relationship even before getting into marriage the right way. Are you going to take us through what is the right way?
So I think we should start from, so this thing is an institutional problem. It is a cultural problem, right? I feel like, see, the first is, interestingly, psychologically, you cannot love better than your parents. It is what it is. Your parent, the way your mom and dad or your caregivers, the way they love is what is going to determine. It doesn't mean you're going to love exactly like them, but it's going to determine the way you're going to love. Pattern. So it's either you are like them or you are trying so hard not to be like them. So they are the determinant of, so just picture. So when we talk about, oh my, I didn't see, you see them say, I never saw my dad kiss my mom. But we are doing well, but we look at us today. I'm like, look at you today. The fact that they're in the marriage. I mean, look, and then look at our religious places. Look at the church. The people that are leading marriage counseling in the church are people that have been married for 30 years. You could be married for 30 years and you are struggling all through. You are married for 30 years, you are sad, you are dejected, and you are heading marriage counseling unit. What do you want to tell them? So there is an institutional problem, it's a cultural problem, it's a psychological, it is psychological actually, but rooted in culture, in religion, in society, in environment. So at the end of the day, you got married, so when you want to fall, you see people say, why are you even getting married? You're getting married because of what will people say, you want to twerk. See,
you want to twerk.
Yeah, I want to say I want to expatiate on that. I run like I'm a marriage counselor. I see a lot of couples, but I tell you, my premarital counseling is not that popular. But when you see social media, people are doing 1 month, 2 months training on how to dance. That's what I mean by you want to twerk. So you want to dance on the day of your wedding. The dance is what you are practicing. You are not even coming for, you are not preparing for marriage. You are preparing for wedding. And why are you doing that? Because I want my wedding to be the, you know, our perception about life, about acceptance, what matters to us as society is so wrong and traumatized. So you can't do better than what has been imputed in you. So you're already, sorry, in court, damaged. So you are going to carry your damaged self with another damage, and then you form a marriage.
Okay, let me just.
I want her to, you know, she talked about our parents' love, and I want her to now define what love is, so we can have a clearer picture.
That's a very big question. It's difficult to define what love is. But I will just put it in my word that love is, I will start by saying, love is knowing yourself. Knowing what you deserve, and willing to give that, you know, the amount of what you feel that you deserve. You are willing to, not that you don't even know yourself in the first place. You say you are falling in love. You don't even know. A lot of us got married without even discovering ourselves. You don't know who you are. You don't know why you think the way you do, why you act the way you do. You don't even know what it means to be connected to another person. You just have this idea in your head. If you ask me, love is knowing yourself in the first place, knowing what you deserve, and knowing how to give that level of respect, level of commitment, level of vulnerability that you think you deserve to another person.
So I've got two questions. One is, tell us a story of one of the instances you've come across that saddened you, that made you want to write so many books to address what's happening there, down there. And secondly, it has shown, or data or experiences has shown that when you're single, you have more sex, and when you're married, you don't do anything at all. Yes, in that room. I'm also married. I'm sure all of them are. So,
it's a general problem.
So why is it that when you're single, you do more, and you're married? So those those are my questions.
Yeah.
What story or experience have you come across that said, I think we need to talk about this?
Yeah.
And secondly, why is single, you're active, and you're married? Now you're married, legitimately, nothing is happening.
I think, okay, I don't know.
She has highlighted some of those things.
So I think we overrate marriage to some extent. People just want to go into marriage.
Overrate.
So the reason why they want to be married is just so that let not people start laughing at me. You know, my mom is disturbing me. My pastor say I should marry. It's not because they really understand the description of love that I gave earlier. So if that is the reason why you want to get married, if you get inside, so there's nothing exciting. You are not even feeling connected or attracted to the person you are married to. So there are a lot of factors that could be responsible for sexless marriages, and I tell you, people are dying in sexless marriages in Nigeria. It's crazy. It's a pandemic. It's a pandemic. Now, so let me come to the first question. So there's something, so I have 4 books that I just wrote, and one of them says When Love Languages Hurt. That book, I see couples walking into my session, and I see, so we all know, I mean, Nigerians are very, you know, what we do is we pick most of these foreign concepts. You pick foreign concepts in an environment where we are not even psychologically okay. You know, you pick foreign concepts and you think you want to run with it in Nigeria where there are no system in place to even manage some of these concepts. For example, look at LGBTQ plus IA now is getting longer. What do we know about it? Rather than do research about it, we are looking the other way. Looking the other way is not going to solve the problem, right? So situations like that, where we don't have information, we don't have research, we don't have systems in place, we just import them. That's the same thing with these love languages. So I see a lot of couples, you know, they come to doctor, tell you, my love language is touch. My love language is words of affirmation. My love language is this. You know, love language is a concept that was put together by Gary Chapman, a wonderful author. I think he's a psychologist, and it's a beautiful concept, you know, the 5 love languages by Gary Chapman. But I noticed that Nigerians just carry this Gary Chapman thing, and then so they come to my session, and then I see how they are suffering. I see the husband says, you know, the woman is saying, my love language is words of affirmation. You are saying words of affirmation. You are telling Odogu to do words of affirmation. Other one knows, just drop money. What's my business with? You need to touch me. You need to do all the foreplay before. Odogu doesn't understand foreplay. Odogu does not understand all of that. And then so the woman is sad and dejected because her love language is words of affirmation. Tell me, who affirmed Odogu while he was growing up? Where did he learn how? That is why a lot of African men are narcissistic. You can bring it that this lack of affirmation is rooted in that. Where nobody affirms you, every time you are trying to validate, you are seeking for validation, you are trying to prove to people that you are somebody. Even when your parents see that you have the capacity, they don't want to tell you so that you will not be weak. So you keep struggling to prove a point to them till you become an adult, and then when you become an adult, you now get married to a woman. You don't want to keep proving to that woman what you've done for 30 years. So it's more like you need to validate me, you need to see who I am, or you die here. That is narcissistic. I just give you an example of what narcissism is, right? So you see, you now got married to that kind of a man who was not validated all his life. And then you now say, oh, my love language is Gary Chapman words of affirmation. The guy look at you, what this one? Take money, drop money on the table. What are you talking about? So you see, now the woman that is looking for words of affirmation is now getting, the man is giving you, going out working. I don't envy African men. You know, they work hard, they work and work and work, but you do all the work and is the gate man that is sleeping with your wife. Because the woman wants something you don't have capacity to give.
So what's the story? That's the story I'm interested in.
That's the story. So I'm coming. So at the end of the day, so the point, that's the story. So it's a common scenario. So I'm just trying to describe how it happened. So you are now saying words of affirmation. The man is giving you money, making all his effort to give you money. So the man is giving you 100% if you ask him. But the woman is thinking, yes, you give me money, but I still want words of affirmation. So he's looking at you like you are giving 5% because she's not getting the words of affirmation. And then you see the man is looking for, in a lot of cases, physical touch. You know, just when I want it, just give me. Right? And the woman is saying, oh, you have to do all of this before you give. So the woman is also giving her best, but the man is getting
satisfying a need.
Not satisfying the need. So the man is getting 5%. So I see this a very common scenario with couples in Nigeria. So they come frustrated, and I look at them and I'm like, listen, that is really stressing you guys out. It's actually not supposed to be stressing you. It's stressing you because you are giving your all. So you are frustrated. How can I be giving all of this and you are not, and the person is not seeing? But the person you are giving is not getting what she wants or what he wants. So the two of you, one is unsatisfied, one is frustrated. That is why I wrote Why Love Languages Hurt. Everybody that's ever talked about love language needs to get that book. So you understand this concept. And I talked about what's going on down there. It's a book about how to have a healthy vagina. The story around that is a long one. I actually did a TV show on how to have a healthy vagina, and the men wanted to blast my phone. Please, Dr. Tolu. So I just mentioned briefly that, oh, do not use the soap you are using to bathe to wash down there. I just mentioned intimate wash. I thought it was one of the things I mentioned passively. I thought it was a common knowledge. The next, it was the men that were calling me, not the women. Dr. Tolu, in fact,
if not that we are on the daytime show, if it were like 10 p.m. on the day, I would have asked you to just mention. They were
just like, oh, Atitolu, what's the name of the chemical? What's the name of this product? What? I'm like, for real? So I know that there are a lot of ignorance, there are a lot of issues. People have questions around how to take care of that place. That's why I wrote that book.
I want to still dwell on you, because you made a very salient point. You said there are a lot of sexless families, especially here in Nigeria. So at what point does a couple need to seek or go for therapy, especially when it has to do with having a sexless family?
You know, I've seen couples.
What are the warning signs?
I've seen couples that the question I ask them is, why haven't you spoken to me? Not even me. Why haven't you seek help? In 10 years, in 15 years, in 25 years, 25 years of sexless marriage. I'm not joking. Why didn't you seek help? Oh, I don't know there is anything called sex therapist. Oh, I don't want people to know. I don't know how to talk about. In fact, when they even come for therapy, you see them, they are coded, they are like, you know, and I'm like, this is a free space, this is a safe space where you can be yourself 100%. It's a no judgment zone. So because of the judgment in an environment, the guilt, the shaming, you know, it makes people to like, you know what, everybody they tie your own problem, other in own wrapper. So they don't even know that they can get help. They don't know. So sometimes I wonder, you've gone to the hospital, and in a lot of cases, yes, there are issues, sexless issues, there are medical but so many, from experience as a sex therapist, so many of those problems are psychological. A lot of performance anxiety, especially. a lot of performance anxiety, a lot of, you know, this shaming, this, you know, people looking down, especially for men. Ego is very important for men, you know, and when a man just feel like he's not capable in that aspect, you know. So I think there are a lot of factors that could be responsible, but I feel like that inability to seek help at the right time, not knowing that there are sex therapies that how could you not have erection and you are fasting, right? How do you fast for lack of erection and pray? I mean, I believe in miracles, but come on, there are sex therapists.
Okay.
Did you see my face?
My own question is, what do men do when, obviously, a man always wants to touch, always wants action all the time? I've not seen, hardly will I find a man, maybe my father, who is a pastor, but I don't know how he gave birth to 5 children anyway. So the question is, what do men do when they say, look, there's an obvious problem, we want to work this out, but the woman says, I don't want to go see anybody because I don't think I have any problem. They're not in tune with having a therapist. Come talk about that we're not having sex.
Yeah.
What should a man do? And here you have so many religious beliefs. You can't have side chicks. You can't do this. You can't do that. The society frowns at that. You can't. And here you are, suffering, smiling, and you can't get help.
You can't have side chicks. I think that is another issue on it. So, you
see the African man in that's jumped out.
That is why I'm for all my men out there. That's what I'm doing.
It does. Yeah, you see, it's crazy. You see, we say that, oh, African, we are so religious, like you said. We are so moralistic. Moral? Religion? See, I have a client recently, I mean, confidentiality, I understand. The reason why he's traumatized is coming to therapy is because he's running an hotel. And he's seeing girls, and he's traumatized. He has girls' children, and he's looking at girls. And he's saying, who is doing something? This is a pandemic. Why are girls running after money like this? Like you see young girls. Everybody is thinking about selling their body. You are talking about religion. We are so hypocritical. Now, so answer your questions. What should you do as a man? See, the first thing you need to do is side chick will not solve your problem, and that's why we are all in this mess. Because the moment the woman is saying I'm not doing, the man has testosterone now. He will not kill himself. So he's thinking like, let me go outside and look for solutions. Since you say you don't want to do, in fact, a lot of African women, they're like, if you want to go outside now. What's that? What's my own? You call that a marriage? Very toxic dynamics, very dysfunctional dynamics. You are telling your husband go. You see them. My clients, the caliber of clients I have, well read, exposed, well travel, they will tell you, oh, Dr. Tolu, as long as I'm not aware, as long as that's crazy. Something is already wrong with your marriage, right? So as a man, what should you do? See, side chick will not solve your problem, because the fact that you are seeing another person, there's already a crack in the dynamics in that marriage. So something is already eating up your marriage, the fact that you are seeing someone else, right? The right thing to do, if you say let's seek help, if he doesn't want to seek, you go alone. That's a good place to start from. You go alone. Go for therapy alone. When you do that, then you can now begin to say, when you get to therapy, the therapist can help you to analyze. You can come up with ways to even deal with the issues by yourself, ways to talk to your wife, ways to make her see reason, and vice versa.
Okay, so this brings me to your book, ABC of Lovemaking, which is already stirring conversations. You said sex is about, lovemaking, is not just about the body, but about the mind. Can you explain further on that?
So there's ABC of Lovemaking, I call it the sex Bible. And I think my books are on Amazon, they're on my website. People should need to get these books, because I see the struggle. And I wrote this book not necessarily because, oh, I want to write. It's because I see struggles. So I pick all of those areas and I write, because I just need to get to as many people as I could get to. It's not everybody that can afford Dr. Tolu, right? So I need to get to as many people as possible. You know, to answer your question, it's deep. There's a difference between having sex and making love. It's not the same thing.
I quickly changed my language.
Yes, it's not the same thing. So it's in a lot of cases, you know, for women, most women, biologists, so people say that I said that it takes a whooping, according to a certain research, it takes a whooping 45 minutes to prepare a woman for penetration. And then you see some people will say, when I told somebody, the person said, that's football match after.
But not on in the bedroom, not on the bed alone.
This is daytime, just remember, this is daytime TV, so we need to pay attention
because
to that.
We actually not, I'm even also not trying to because I understand daytime, but you see, like I said, these are very important conversations that the society need to talk about. It's really, because the families are is a family units that make up the society. When the family is dysfunctional, the society will be dysfunctional. People think our government are a problem. Oh, is the economy, is this, until we get it right with the family. We are not going anywhere in Africa until we start working on the way we think. And you are not going to think far from the trauma that is coming out of your dysfunctional family. So you see, everything is centered around family. And that is why these conversations around mental health, intimacy, family, they are very important, and you should have more of them, really. You see,
Okay, let's look at, or let's have simple practices that can help couples, you know, build up their daily connection, that can help sustain a cordial relationship in the home.
Okay, the first thing I will say is go get my books. It will help you. Yes, I don't want to give anything out for couples. No, I'll give. I'm just in number one, right? Go get my books. It will really help you. Number two, I will tell couples, see, even the Bible said the two of them were naked and they were not ashamed. Please be vulnerable. We struggle with vulnerability as Africans. I don't understand. How could you be naked with someone? Like, what are you hiding? And yet, your guards are on. You say, I cannot say that. If I say that, he will see me finish. If I say that, she will see me finish. Then there's something is already wrong with your marriage. Be vulnerable. Then be able to talk, be able to speak. Communication. And while you are speaking, the other party should also be open. So, in fact, an average, so it's vice versa, but it's more of men, because men are more narcissistic, right? And I don't want to delve into that, but men are more narcissistic, according to research. And that's why a lot of men struggles with feedback. You know, so the woman wants to talk. And then you say, you don't want to listen. She's actually not the reason why you are not open to feedback. It was because you were shut down while you were growing up. That was why when a woman wants to speak, so it is the trauma of your father and your mother that you carry to your marriage. And she want to talk to you, and you say, don't talk to me. You are not open to feedback. You feel attacked. Every time somebody wants to talk to you, you are feeling like they are attacking you. You know, so being able to speak and then being able to feedback is very important, because when and you see, I say this a lot of time, and when they come to therapy, you know, when we now trash it, and I'm like, but do you think you are supposed to be angry because she said this? You know, at this time, they are now looking at it differently. And then they are now feeling like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have been angry. They will now say, it's because of the way she said it. How did she say it?
But again, sometimes women, you know, our tongue can be very, very sharp.
Of course, that's also another thing, right? It's also, of course, especially when it comes to intimacy, the way you say it also matters, especially when you are dealing with African men, ego. It's a lot for them. So you also need to be careful. You know, you don't want to, because I say, if a man if you feel powerless and helpless in the bedroom, I believe you, you will carry that sense to the bedroom. So if you feel so even if it's your guy is coming in and he's raising his shoulder, let's say, what's it? Who are you? You are nothing. He's speaking. So I tell women, they say, oh, I want money. I'm like, you know, make sure the other room is working Because if the other room is working well, the man will be confident in himself to go out there and make. Sometimes it's sex. You need to get money, actually. You need sex to work to make money.
Yes. Two questions. I'll always be shooting my questions in two ways. The first is, so you have a woman who is bothered by the kids. If the kids do not sleep, nothing happens. If there's a creak in the door when the action is on, that's the end of the show. And as long as she's working, she's always tired because she needs to prepare for the family, take care of the family in the morning, including so she's literally tired. She's literally tired, and even when the action is on, someone is literally sleeping. And there has been this constant level of methodology of action over the years. One question. The second part.
No, can you give the second? Can I quickly answer and then you ask the second?
Okay. Okay, sure.
Okay, so it's sad.
You understand the scenario?
Yeah, it's sad. Imagine having intimacy.
And I know somebody that doesn't even like at all. Yes.
I mean, there are people that are asexual, but you shouldn't be asexual and be married, really. Anyway, so do you know what it means for a man to be trying to make love to his wife and the woman is sleeping?
Snoring.
Do you know?
That's another.
The man is finished. The man is finished.
Kids that one completely.
Practically finished. See, every time you remember, if he's at work, if you remember, you're like, hey, I am a no. It says there's a voice that's speaking. You are a nobody. You are finished. Who are you? You are nothing. And you want him to make money. You finished him. Right? But again, you don't want to also blame women bringing it back. We have to balance the conversation. Because, see, a lot of African women are not getting anything from lovemaking. African men don't know how to make love. They are not getting anything. Every time she's doing it for you, you think she doesn't feel like, and that is even the answer to your question. When you feel like you see, a lot of African women see sex as chores. I'm tired. When you are tired, it's actually the right time to make love. Because when you make love, a lot of feel-good hormones are released to your system. That will make you to sleep, that will make you to relax, that will make you to feel happy. So when you look at the benefits that are coming from it, you will forget all you get lost in it. And then you get the benefits out of it. Right? But when your conditioning is saying, it's stressful, it's chores,
you're seeing it as
work. So I get the part that women could be busy with a lot of stuff, right? And that also comes with men also being, handy and supportive in all of this. But notwithstanding, as a woman, if you are tired, it's actually a good time to do it.
Okay.
Thank you. So, when couples want to address some of these challenges, we have very few people, therapists that understand the 100% working dynamics of speaking to sexual needs, because what their training allows them to understand is the theories of it and how to spiritually address couples' challenge as against what to do to address those physical parts of the marriage. Because they won't teach you in counseling,
they will teach you
in our church.
So, church counseling.
Because that's where you go to. So do we have enough therapists to address in Nigeria?
Brilliant question.
Because I know you also work
around that
space.
You didn't mention that while you're introducing me. I am the executive director of the Chartered Institute of Counseling in Nigeria. We train counselors. These are not quack. These are, you see, most students that come to the institute, we have people that we have medical doctors, we have people that have PhD in counseling, in psychology. We have them that comes to the Institute of Counseling, the Chartered Institute of Counseling, because they want to understand the practical, the hands-on, the clinical aspect of counseling. So there are people who are trained, who are well trained in counseling, who understand all of this. And people who studied at the institutes, I mean, if not everybody, but I can vouch for majority of our students that if you meet them, you are in safe hands. Now, and again, you see, helping people, like you said, there's something you said I wanted to talk about couples anyway. But the thing is, talking to professionals, when you talk about sex therapy or dynamics about, it's beyond putting this into this. It's deeper than that. So you need people that actually truly have the understanding that could help you to really get through it. But the first thing that people need to do is that they need to understand that they could get help. And yes, and I remember when I want to say, one of the major encounter I have had a lot of time is the way couples, you see people that want to get married and they go to premarital counseling in the church. Number one, the motive for going is even wrong. The motive for going is because if you don't come, we will not join you. So the reason why they are going is so that they can join us. So it's not because, and then the people that are taking the sessions, your pastor is not a sex therapist, for crying out loud. Your pastor is not a sex therapist, please. And your pastor cannot be saying, this is the way you must do it. What does he know about it?
Leave that for the professional.
Leave that for the professional. Let him feed you spiritually. Not telling you, this is how you must do it, this is how you must do it. And then you guys are suffering in silence. And you say, because we say you must not do it, and you are pretentious, and you are going about doing other things in the name of proving to be. You know, so you see, this church counseling actually needs to do better. Because it is a different thing for you to know that I didn't go for counseling. But now saying, do you know how many couples that had this issue of when they got married, they would just be having sex every time, 6 times a day, 10 times a day. I'm telling you. Why? And I will be like, why? They will say, oh, when they were doing marriage counseling in the church, they told us that anytime he asks, just give it to him. Yeah. So the question that we always, this is a very common scenario. It's so common with my clients. And the question I will ask them is, so let's say you are giving it to him. Are you getting the benefit? They say, no, I just don't want him to go outside. So after like 1 year, after the first baby, she cannot keep up with give it to him. Now there is a problem, and the man is now saying, what about that tiger that I married the first year? What happened? Now she's now a mice. Or what do you call it? She's the dove now. She's now mommy.
I like the part where is the give it to him.
So when you are saying to the church counselor, I'm saying this again. The church counselors need to come to the Chartered Institute of Counseling and get trained.
If they want to do this.
If they have to do this, come to the Chartered Institute and get trained. It is not right. When you tell the man, you tell the woman, give it to him. Are you telling the man, make sure she's enjoying it, because the anatomy they are different. If she's not enjoying it, she's giving it to you, after some time, you're like, you want to kill her. That's why the women will say, if you want to go out,
go. I'd like you to share with us, maybe an experience of a couple who had a really bad situation, and they gradually healed, and as at today they have healed completely. Because for someone like me, I'm still in the category of one of the women you have mentioned earlier, and I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to say it. I think, this couple sex thing, does it affect age when it comes to a woman, that you just say, no more, I don't want to do this? Does age have anything to do with it?
So the thing is, you are supposed to have sex, enjoy it till you die. Okay. Even if you die at 100, 120, it does not matter. Now, menopause will set in. Age, there are some factors that will come in, but sincerely, there are also, as much as there are other side, there are also the negatives, there are also the positive side. Because the more you grow, I mean, I can say this. This is a very vulnerable statement, but I can make it. I'm making it with my full chest. You know, I saw a gynecologist recently, and we were talking about something, and we were like, oh, she asked me a question about something, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm more sexually active now. And then she was like, oh, wow, like me, you are. At this your age, you are becoming more. I said, yeah, this is the time I'm actually having more sex. Why? Because the positive side is there's a level you get to. You begin to know what you deserve, and you begin to confidently ask for it. This is the way I want it done. This is the way I want. So that comes with age, comes with maturity, comes with I mean, I'm a church girl. You will not chronic deeper life girl. So when I got married, I don't know how to say daddy how you want it, you know, but there's a level you grow to, you get to. Even apart from training for me, you know, even with maturity, you can ask for certain things. You can, who is going to hold me if I say I want to come? Nobody can hold me, right? So it comes with age. So as much as there is the menopause side, which comes with certain factors that you can, if you have understanding, that you can also work on, right? And then for the men too, and for the men, it's actually, according to research, if you don't have enough if you don't have enough sex, you are at the risk of prostate cancer. It's not news.
Prostate cancer?
Yes, it's not news.
I didn't know it was cancer. I thought it was prostate enlargement.
Yes, enlargement and possibility of cancer.
Okay.
Yeah, enlargement and possibility. Yeah. Okay. So it's you can, maybe I should say prostate issues. Prostate issues. But you can't even overemphasize the benefit of even having sex, even as you grow older. You want me to start talking about the fact that it makes you look younger, it makes you look more beautiful. You are confident in yourself. When you make love and you get the benefit. When you walk with confidence. You feel good about yourself. You're happier, you know. So that's why you see a lot of Nigerian people, you match somebody, you just mistakenly
aggression everywhere.
Aggression. She's not getting it, and she feel like, oh, I'm too old. Are they talking about all of these things? It's a small girl. No, you have the capacity to orgasm even at 90, at 100.
So when you say woman in the morning sweeping and singing,
go and check. She's breaking in the bedroom. Or you walk into the office and you say, Oga, good morning. Oga, say, what's good about the morning? Go and check. But when you walk and say, oh, Joy, are you okay? Oh, how are you? Like, I know my staff are laughing because that's what I do most time. Hey, are you okay? You know.
They say, Madam,
why are you doing like this?
Go ahead. That's the good part about being a journalist, to get to know this, and it helps your personal life as well.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to know, do we have a good number of people that can help? Because we don't really talk about sex in Africa, Nigeria in particular.
Yeah.
Because of our background, our cultural beliefs, our spiritual background.
And Nigeria has, I don't know, the last time I checked, Google, the most Googled phrase in Nigeria, I think 2 years ago, according to Google, this thing was how to make love. So Nigeria has, I met a guy who is a Japanese that wanted to do something in Nigeria. Came to my office and told me they did a research, and it says Nigeria has the most sex. And we are the least to talk about it. See, in our dirty December, everybody is coming to Nigeria. What are they coming to do?
There's something.
You listen to all those they will tell you that listen, check them out on social media. They say they want to meet the daddies in Nigeria. They want to come and meet the big boys in Nigeria. What does that mean?
I don't know. So my question is, do we have significant number of therapists that can attend to, because you churn out number, but we are talking about 200 and something million people. So my question is, do we have enough therapists? And secondly, at what age should you be talking about this? Because we have young people, because we talk about young people shouldn't talk about sex. We should leave them. But they're having more sex than even the married people. So at what point should we begin to talk about it with them as to understanding the more positive way of doing things as against allowing them, because as a journalist I'm seeing a lot, and I'm hearing much more.
See, mental health should be taught in our secondary school. Sex education should be taught as a subject. Sex education, mental health, not under social study or biology. Sex education, mental health are subjects that should be taught. So I was having a conversation with my 13-year-old daughter just last night, and then she was saying something about somebody nude was what do you call it, leaked, and I'm like, and then she said, Mommy, these are adult conversations, but that's what we are having as teenagers. And she said,
and that's a young teenager.
She said 13. She said these are adult conversations, and this is what we are having as teenagers, right? And then she said, the problem is we don't. If you, so we began to talk about this, and we have conversation, and I said, oh, that I saw something online, a 13-year-old boy that likes a 12-year-old girl and wanted to give flower to the girl, and the father of the boy followed him to go and give the flower to the girl. You know, so that level of be open about it. There's no need to be sneaking, right? Let's talk about it. Let's understand what you are going to do. They are friends. If you see an average child or teenager in the developed world, they have their problem. I'm just saying, generally speaking, you see that they are telling you, oh, I want to be 18 to have sex. It's like that understanding is there for them. But here, we will not talk about it. They will not do it openly. They will not be sneaky. They will be touching themselves at the back of the 12 years. What is 12? 7. Did you know?
8, yeah.
You want to talk about pedophilic disorder in Nigeria? Pandemic. Pandemic that nobody is even looking at. I don't know. I mean, thank God for DSVA, but I don't know what we are doing with this. See, how many of us are in this room? I'm sorry, I say it a lot of time. We are maybe up to 10 or 15. Tell me how many of you that will tell me that nobody has ever done anything to you sexually. Maybe like when you were growing up, maybe just smack your bum, say, small girl, you two don't they grow bum, touch your breast, you don't they grow breast, or finger you, or somebody, or how many boys have the first sexual experience normally or in a healthy way? It's not the anti, it is how many of us in this country, put 20 people, and see if you are going to see 1 person out of 20, and we need sex therapists, like you said. So yeah, the sex education, we need to find a way to pass. You see, the sex education our parents give us is fear. They shall feel like if they put fear in your mind, they shall run away. So when they put fear in your mind, what they do is they kill the good part of it and they kill the bad part at the same time. So you are just there. You don't have understanding. But the right thing to do is to pass the right information to the children. So yeah, we need at the Institute of Counseling, we are starting. In fact, over the years, we never trained sex therapists, but we are starting this January.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, but we've trained marriage counselors who can help with intimacy and sexual issues, but maybe not at deeper level, but they can help. But we need more people. We need people to come out. Just join the train. If you feel like you have passion for helping people, there is something that is telling you I can talk to people, or even your experience, you want people not to go through what you have been through, come to the Chartered Institute of Counseling in Nigeria and learn how to do it better.
Oh, interesting conversation, very educative, insightful. We've had talking about couple, sex and mental therapy. Thank you so much, Dr. Tolulokpe Okoigere, for opening our eyes to this.
Opening your eyes.
Our minds, God. Open our minds.
I'm scared. That's going on leave again.
I said something when we started the show that somebody is more experienced.
Joy is going on leave again. Joy is coming.
Okay. Like a good girl, church girl.
Good girl. Yeah, a church girl.
Thank you, children.
I don't even know how I got the children.
I found them by your side.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tolulope.
Thank you for having me. Please, guys, get my books. They are here. It's available on Amazon and on my website, intimacyclinic.org. You can get them. They are going to be very useful. All right. Yeah.
The conversation continues. Stay with us.
The views expressed on this program do not represent that of the producer, management of Lagos Television, or the Lagos State Government. They remain the perspectives of those expressing them. Thank you for staying with Lagos Television.